Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are making shrimp fried rice. Fried rice is a staple in my home and I make it a couple of different ways. If you haven't already, you will notice I have a recipe on my channel which shows the way I make my beef and shrimp fried rice. But today I am just making shrimp fried rice and I have a secret ingredient. Let's get started. I am going to season up my shrimp very lightly with some seasoned salt and just have it sit and marinate for a couple of minutes. Next, I am going to go ahead and prep the rest of my ingredients, starting with my spring onions. I have given this a really good wash with some salt, brine, and now I'm going to chop it up. The sizes really depends on what you want. I usually go for a medium cut, just so I can visually see them in my fried rice. Now let's move over and get the shrimps fried. Shrimps, you don't want to overcook because you are going to toss it with your rice. So I'm going to let it cook on each side for about 3 minutes. Now come with me, let's check the rest of our ingredients. In a bowl, I have some frozen veggies, some eggs, and my chopped spring onions. And now to that secret ingredient. It is a spice mix that I absolutely love. It contains shallots, vegetable oil, tomatoes, garlic, salt, and chili. Yes, there are no preservatives, and that's why I like them. You can pick it up from Amazon. I will put a link in the bottom, but trust me, this will take your rice to a different level. Now I'm going to mix up my eggs with a little bit of salt, seasoned salt. As you guys already know, I like to salt my items as I go. And so by the time I get everything mixed up, it is already tasty. Now let's fry up our eggs. And look at that one egg that just refused to be mixed up. It reminds me of myself. You know what? I try not to conform to what the world thinks I should be doing. I feel like I'm that little egg, but yes, I'm just gonna go ahead and crush it. We're gonna go ahead and give this egg about 2-3 minutes so that it is well done, cooked well done. Remember, with your fried rice, at the end of the day, you are literally just mixing everything together. So the bulk of your work is the preparation of your ingredients. Now that I have my eggs out, I'm going to just clean the bottom of my pan and I'm going to add a little bit of oil, and then we get to assemble everything together. At this point, you just have about 5 to 10 minutes and dinner, lunch, supper, breakfast should be ready. I usually start with my spring onions, some added at the end of the cooking process, but again, it takes me about 5 minutes to assemble everything, so I'm not necessarily overcooking my spring onions. In here, I now have my rice, which I cooked with some stock. And if you want to learn how I cook my rice for my fried rice, be sure to watch my other recipe linked below. In this case, however, my stock was not as salty as I usually would make it if I was making my regular fried rice. And that is because of the spice mix that I'm going to put in next, because this has a bit of taste to it. It's very it's tasty, actually. It's delicious if you try it just like that, but because it has salt as one of its contents, it is already tasty, and so I don't make my rice as tasty as I usually would if I was not using this spice mix. Just go look at my other recipe. It will definitely give you a good idea as to how I prepare my rice. Another thing to note is one of the ingredients is chili, and so yes, it does add a little bit of kick to your food, but hey, I'm African and nothing is too hot for me. Next, you will notice I've added in my frozen veggies. I'm just gonna give it a really good stir so I can mix all my vegetables up, and then I'm going to add in my sesame oil. If you want to feel like you're eating Chinese food, definitely add some sesame oil, just a little bit, to get that taste. Next goes in my eggs and my shrimps, and at this point we are just going to give it a really good stir until everything is incorporated. Once everything is mixed really well, I am going to leave it and let it heat up a little bit. I mean, this is all being done in about 5 minutes. And listen, your rice is ready. Well, not quite. I am going to go ahead and put some of the rice on the side for the little ones, and then I'm going to add in the final ingredient, which is my soy sauce. Now, before I do that, I have already tasted my dish to make sure there is enough salt in it before doing this last step. And that is why I leave it to the last step, because I want to make sure that I don't oversalt my rice. And now we're there. We are good. We are good. Dinner, lunch, supper, brunch, breakfast is served. Thank you so much for joining me in another cooking session. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know by telling a friend about this video, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. This way I can keep bringing you guys more videos. And hey, be kind. Be kind to one another, because it makes a whole lot of difference. Be safe out there.